I heart Sydney. You say David Miscavige is not after Scientology expansion and is after money, but it doesn't strike me as someone with an overly luxurious life, at least not compared to an average A-list movie star. He doesn't have mansions all around the world. He invests his money in new orgs. Are those technically his own buildings? So how does he personally gain from having all that money instead of working towards expansion? He doesn't even have children. What's the point for him to want to have all that money if he's not really using it for himself? Or is his life more luxurious than it seems, and he is actually hanging out by the pool with a dozen girls, sipping champagne and eating caviar all day? All right, well, a few things on this. One, I don't think that an A-list celebrity is defined as somebody who hangs around at a pool with a dozen women drinking champagne and eating caviar all day. That kind of stuff gets boring really fast. We know from firsthand eyewitness experiences of people who have been in David Miscavige's inner circle that he does not want for anything. Any whim that the man has as to what he might desire, he gets. And that is, personally profiting from the monies of Scientology, but there's lots of ways around, being able to spend money so that he personally benefits without it, coming out as this big tax issue. Bonuses in his pay, other people gifting him things, stuff like that, right? So he has whatever cars he wants. He does have residences all over the world. Whether they're mansions or not, I couldn't say, but I do know that he's got very, very nice apartments in Los Angeles, obviously in Hemet, and in Clearwater, but also in England, and I believe in Paris and other places. And he can, the guy can live wherever he wants in whatever style he wants to live in. He has enough money that he doesn't have to worry about how much things cost. He's one of those people who is at an income level or bracket where he simply points to things and says, I want that, and then it appears in his life. So that's the lifestyle that David Miscavige leads. That's the lifestyle that people at that level lead. So counting his millions or his billions isn't really his thing. His thing is power. And we've known this for a very long time, and I've talked about this at length, so I'm a little surprised at this question, actually, because we know that David Miscavige is not solely motivated by money. Money is a tool. It's a means to an end for David Miscavige. It's not the goal. For him, it's about power. And money equals safety and security and gives him the confidence to feel that he can wield his power in an abusive fashion and not suffer any consequences for doing so. That's what money gives him. And the more money you have, the more sure you can be of having layers of protection between you and the law. And he has a lot of layers that exist because of the money that he has. So the idea that, his money has to equal an extravagant lifestyle where he is, catered to his every whim, and somebody is standing there to, wipe his mouth, and somebody else is standing there to feed him. That's not his style. That's not how he is. He's an energetic, athletic, go-getter type. At least that's the persona that he presents. And in fact, the way his personality has been described behind closed doors is kind of like Ben Stiller's character in Dodgeball. He's is sort of, always on edge, always, saying things that are a little weird, a little off. So that's how I understand him to be, in private. But when you get to another thing I'll say about this business about the money that he has is there's why would Bill Gates continue to try to keep amassing money, or why did Steve Jobs keep doing that, or why do these multimillionaires, billionaires who have Saudi princes, anybody around the world. Why do people keep accumulating money past the point where their personal security and safety and lifestyle can be maintained indefinitely? Why do they have to keep getting it, right? Because it becomes a manic sort of thing for them. There's just never enough. And I can't speak to that mindset because I don't understand it at all. But it exists, it clearly exists, and it's there. right? And as far as the power thing, what I mean by that in terms of David Miscavige is power over others, the ability to dominate and control other people's lives, and the adulation that he receives from his followers, right? Those are the things that motivate him. And so, you know, like I said, the money is just a means to the end of accomplishing that. And that's why you would think that he would be more interested in Scientology expansion so as to secure more followers. But that just, I've stated my reasons before as to why I believe that he's not interested in getting more members into Scientology, because I believe that he thinks that with what he's got right now, he's set and he's happy with what he's got. And he doesn't do the things that you would do in order to get more members. And maybe he does want more members. Maybe Miscavige does want Scientology to expand so that he can gain more power and more money. And maybe he just doesn't know how to go about it. Maybe he's so stupid as an administrator, an executive overseeing, you know, his domain of Scientology. Maybe he just doesn't have a clue how to bring new people in. And so he just, out of ignorance or out of some, you know, weird other thing, some kind of conceit or something, he doesn't do the things that you would do in order to get Scientology expanding. But regardless of his motives, right, which I can only guess at, the objective, observable truth is he ain't expanding Scientology, and he's not doing the things that you would do in order to expand Scientology. And that's really my bottom line on that. So I hope that makes it more clear what I'm talking about.